Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We'll be getting started in just a couple minutes. If you could do us a favor and tap that like button. Just give it a nice little tap, tap. And ignite the purple. Shout out to Ryan. Ignite those purple emojis, Nerd Vengers. God damn. That's some funky shit. Alright, hang on. I gotta tweet about this friggin' stream. Chat. Do it again. Do it again. I might be out of breath when I get on camera. I'm. How can you not move? to this. All right. No. Yeah, we could. No. Okay. I don't know what this beat is. It's a little sad. It's a little sad for me. Whatever. Fuck it. Good morning. Good morning and welcome. I don't know if I... Really? What's this? What's this about to be? That's fine. I was nervous. No, I was nervous that it was going to have some like weak ass drop and it was going to be some fucking lame shit, man. That's what I was worried about. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the morning stream here at the Den of Nerds Live. A lot to talk about today. A lot to get into. There's a ton of things that I want to get into, actually. Internet. Oh, ye internet. Always doing such internet-y things. You know? We talked about... We talked about the Batman drama a little bit yesterday. I gotta tell you, I missed a lot with that. Okay? In fact, I think I might want to do a video reaction breakdown thingy. I might want to go into the theater today. I want to actually watch a video by Heavy Spoilers. Paul did a really good breakdown of the whole situation. I had not watched the clip from Kevin Smith's show. Okay? Did anybody watch that clip from Kevin Smith's show where he's talking about the cul-de-sac comments and what's his face? Anybody? Let me know. Anybody? I know there's a Nerdvenger comment in here. I got a pin. Where you at? Yeah, so that was wild. I actually hadn't watched the actual interview or the clip from Kevin's show before I talked about it yesterday. And the whole situation is bizarre. And then on top of everything, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just like, I don't even know. Like sometimes I sit back and I'm like, we are so clearly living in a simulation. Let's just have fun. And then other times I'm like, what's up with this simulation? This is so bizarre. How are we supposed to have fun? How's anybody supposed to have fun? Walter Hamada, who was at the center of sort of, I guess, controversy with the whole Batman situation, the comments that he made, and et cetera, et cetera. We're going to get into this more today. Walter Hamada just got a contract extension yesterday. A contract extension! What's the deal with Warner Media? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I really don't. It's like a meme factory. Amber Heard show on land starring Johnny Depp. You know? Michael Keaton karate chopping Ben Affleck, breaking his hand and then getting Batwoman to beat. And then Hamada gets an extension. extension. An extension. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Why, DC? Why? You know, I thought all I'd have to deal with today was Star Wars drama, pause, show notes. Tonight, of course, it goes down. I'll be on Drunk 3PO's channel tonight. Drunk 3PO, Jay. Looking forward to it. Star Wars Theory is going to be there. Maybe you've heard of him too. Cool dude. Jeremy Griggs. Maybe you've heard of him. Geeks and Gamers. Some people love him. Some people hate him. It's going to be interesting. I anticipate the stream to be very fun, but I also anticipate that many people will not have fun watching the stream. Here's my opinion on this, honestly. Watch the stream, but if you're not having a good time, go do something else. You know what I mean? Like, life is too short to make a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think that some very interesting things might happen tonight. I think you should stop by. I think if you're a Raylo, you should definitely stop by. And I think you should not be afraid to spam Jay's chat with blue butterflies the entire time. The entire time. All the butterflies. Don't be afraid. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. Thursday night After Dark returns. Everybody's been asking me about Al Schuler. Is Al alive? Yeah, no, he's alive. I talked to him yesterday. I had a good chat with my man. Look, man, I don't even want to say what went on with him. Maybe he'll tell you. Maybe that's his business to tell you on Thursday. Okay? For After Dark. Al was going through a health thing. That's all I'll say. Man, maybe he'll be able to share a little bit of his experience with you on Thursday. Maybe not. Regardless, he's good. He's going to make it. He's going to pull through. So, that's good. I was a little worried. So, he's going to be fine. After Dark will be cool. After Dark will be covering some of the things undoubtedly that we've talked about on the show recently. There's a lot of things going on at the beginning of 2021. It's a little bizarre. So, look for that. Then, we've got Nerdvengers content coming at you this weekend. Please try to be there on Saturday at noon, Sunday at noon if you are a Nerdventure Prime member. Okay. Where to begin? Where to begin today? Should we start with WandaVision stuff? Oh, by the way, Elisa, if you were watching or if you're watching this on the replay, I'm going to send you an email after the stream, but I kind of want to pull one portion of the edited video out today because I'm going to cover a lot of different things. So when I go into the DC stuff, like maybe we can make that a video, but I'm going to do a totally separate video that's a preview video for WandaVision. So do not worry about editing the WandaVision part of this stream because I'm going to do a separate video for that. Okay? Thank you. You're the best. Thank you. Okay. Let's begin with a little WandaVision. You know what? Here's what I want to do. I always like to start this way. And get sort of a temperature of the chat, sort of get a vibe for where everybody's at. When it comes to WandaVision, and we've done this before, but I'm just wondering, Mason. Okay, Mason, what's up with the Reddit leaks? Put it into the chat, hella quick, my friend, so I can see it. Because I'll check it out. I'll go over there and check it out. Yeah, what's your excitement level? Out of 10 for WandaVision. Come on. What's your excitement level? Give it to me. Let's see what we got going on. 10 isn't much when you're 40. 6, 10, 12, 10, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8, 10, 5, F and 50, 7, 3, 6, 5, 8. Wow. A lot of high scores over here. Yeah, so our audience, I think, is pretty engaged with it. I think we're pretty aware of why it's going to be dope. I think there's a lot of normies that are not. I think there's a lot of non-hardcore Marvel fans that are not. You know, I saw some interesting things yesterday. I saw that, you know, there's some traditional DC fans that are not very fond of the Marvel formula. And by the Marvel formula, I mean, I don't know, fucking, you know, kind of more on rails, a little more Disney, whatever you want to call it. They're not fond of that, okay? But they're interested in WandaVision, okay? And what I find that's so interesting about this is they seem to be interested in WandaVision because it is a different note, or it feels like a different vibe than maybe what they're used to in the MCU. And WandaVision is absolutely taking a lot of chances and is very bold from everything that we've heard, okay? So it's pretty interesting. Like, the whole situation is pretty interesting to me, actually. And they have been ramping up production for WandaVision, okay? Or rather, promotion, not production. Forgive me. Forgive the insomnia. Okay. Actually, on the real, I've been sleeping a lot better the past couple of days. Whoo! I tell you. Good rest does good things for the mind and the body and the soul, yes. Okay, what do we got going on here? Explain it to you in a ping on Discord General. Okay. All right. Well, I'll look at that in a second, brother. All right. Okay. So let's talk about WandaVision a little bit. I think the most recent news is about the 2-episode premiere, which Andrew just put in there. Okay. Now, I'm just waiting for my C-3PO hallway scene. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. C-3PO hallway scene. Let's go. They've been ramping up promotion, and there was some contention among the scoopers, go figure, right? About how many episodes there would be, how it would all air, how it would all come out, etc., etc. Here's what I think, okay? And I don't even know, you know, necessarily like who argued what part of this at what time. Like, I'm not interested in getting into all this, man. I just try to keep tabs on people I think that have actual info, and I just try to make sense of it, right? So for me, this is what my gut tells me. They confirmed that it's 9 episodes. And immediately when that was confirmed, because I had heard 6 weeks of a runtime, okay? Like, there was just things that I was hearing, right? So immediately when I heard 9 weeks and some of the other things that I heard, I immediately was like, okay, here's probably what that means. 2 WandaVision episodes a week for the first 3 weeks. And then the back half of the season is going to open up and become like hour-long episodes of absolute epicness, is what my gut tells me. And I actually think that some of the final episodes could be longer than even an hour. Now, I don't know that, okay? So don't, you know, come freaking out to me if they're 48 minutes or whatever. My point is, from what we've heard about the show, my gut tells me, and what I think is going on, is you're going to have, you know, half-hour, like, sort of sitcom-y designed episodes, okay? And they'll drop 2 of those the premiere night. Then the next week they'll drop 2 of those. Then they'll drop 2 more. And then, who knows? But what I've been told is the back half of the season goes crazy. And it opens up into, like, bizarre MCU level action that's like insanity. And we also know that Doctor Strange is in at least 1 episode of the show, maybe more. Yeah, they said it turns into a full-on MCU movie. Yeah, precisely. So man, again, we're going to do the full video. Like, I'm going to do a separate video because there's, like, things I want to put in there. There's stuff about Quicksilver. You know, there's all sorts of stuff like that. There's all sorts of stuff I want to put in the video. The video we're going to do later today. And everybody's like, oh, you're just doing edited videos. This is just a clips channel. Cut it! We're working on a whole goddamn series for WandaVision, a preview for WandaVision. Everybody just chill out. But yeah, it's going to be real cool, and I want to do that video, and of course, we're going to be talking a lot about this season. But for the sake of today, what I wanted to talk about was whether or not we believe the villain of WandaVision will be Mephisto, Nightmare, or maybe something else. Maybe Agatha herself. I mean, I think of Agatha as a surrogate villain for the show. I don't think she's going to be the full-on villain. Let's ask the chat. Put a 1 into the chat if you think it will be Mephisto. Put a 2 into the chat if you think it will be Nightmare. 1 for Mephisto. Dial 1 for Mephisto. Press 2 for Nightmare. Press 0 to hear this menu again. Wow, you guys are pretty split, huh? It's going to be Kang. I believe Kang and perhaps Immortus, who is just a different version of Kang. I do believe Kang could potentially play a role in all of this. It's possible that Mephisto and Kang are working together. You know what? The more I think about, like, Feige's crazy-ass plans moving forward, doesn't it feel like there needs to be a cabal? If you're a big-time Marvel fan, doesn't it feel like we're headed towards a place where there has to be a cabal? No? So who's the... I mean, like, if you start to think about it, if they do the cabal... I mean, it feels like Norman's coming either way. So, like, Norman could be the, you know, the sort of the way to do that and to set up the cabal. Not yet, but soon. Yeah. I kind of feel that way too. Like, not quite yet, but it feels like the pieces are in play. You know what I mean? So you got to ask yourself, if Feige's setting up the cabal for later, and we all think this is headed towards some crazy stuff, Quantum Mania, which, by the way, you know, I know everybody's favorite scooper in the world is Grace Randolph, but she is reporting. Well, she's reporting some wild ass shit, to be honest with you. But she's also reporting some stuff that I happen to believe as well. And some of that has to do with the Fantastic Four. Did anybody see what she said? Now we hate her. Jesus Christ. Did anybody see what she said yesterday about Fantastic Four? Anybody? It kind of slid in between the cracks of a lot of other drama. China says no to Mephisto. That's actually a great point. We could talk about that a little bit if you'd like. Yeah, Ant-Man 3 will be effing nuts, though. I mean, all signs point... I mean, look, I told you guys a long time ago. I think Ant-Man 3 is about to be like Star Wars. Like, when it first came out. Like, you know. Anyway. Guardians will be Star Wars. Yeah, focus, Josh. I'm already all over the place. So look, when it comes to Mephisto versus Nightmare, I've been back and forth on this. I thought for a long time the smart money was on Mephisto. There's precedence for it to be Mephisto because of the comics, because of some of the source material, if they're drawing from, you know, House of M. You know what I mean? It's very possible they're drawing on a lot of these different things. The question is, what is this reality? Because Wanda's powers, I think the premise here, and this is obvious to any comic book fan, but just for the normies or, the less informed or whatever, the obvious premise here is that Wanda's powers are so limitless that either she, of her own volition, and perhaps just because she's mourning, is manifesting things and creating things that are it's literally like it's screwing things up. The bill comes due, so to speak, right? So she either that's happening, or what a lot of people believe is happening is this beekeeper character. Okay? A lot of this is going to make more sense once you watch the show, because many of you are like, what the hell is he talking about? Just try to follow along. I'll try to answer as much as I can. When we get to the show, a lot of this will make sense. So you'll be like, oh, that's the beekeeper character. The beekeeper character is going to be a very important part of the show. From what we've seen, it appears that within this little village, this little town or whatever, the beekeeper is a character who's there, but you never see their face. And apparently this character, the beekeeper, kind of seems like they might be in maybe the Loki show. It's kind of an interesting thread. So, I think the beekeeper is going to be the villain of the show. I think a lot of people think that. It's possible he's just a sword agent. It's possible. I've heard this, and I know there's some people saying that he's just an agent of sword. That's possible, but I feel as though there's a lot suggesting that the character is much more integral to what's going on with Wanda than simply just being an agent they're witnessing. Wanda is asleep. It's very possible she is. There's a rumor. Let's not get too crazy here, so I'm not going to talk about too much of it. Let's just wait until we see the show. But let me tell you about a rumor that happened back in the day, and I'll be quite surprised if this is true. Let's not go too crazy now. What if the show opened up with Wanda, one Gwyneth Paltrow, and one Morgan Stark? And what if they're all at Tony's house? Tony is obviously gone. And, they were all in mourning. And then Wanda turns on the TV and just watches old sitcoms to mourn. And then she falls asleep and wakes up in WandaVision. Wouldn't that be crazy? Something like that could happen. If she falls asleep at the beginning of the show, okay, in my opinion, if she falls asleep at the beginning of the show, it's pretty obvious that it's Nightmare. Because Nightmare from Marvel Comics is something like Freddy Krueger. He can only get to you through your dreams. Right? And what an interesting idea. Taking one of the most powerful Marvel characters, getting them to go to sleep, and then messing with them in their dreams to have them create a new universe or a pocket dimension or something like that. Interesting, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So that's sort of the big debate, ladies and gentlemen, is all about, like, who's the beekeeper? Is it Mephisto? And it could absolutely be Mephisto. With Agatha Harkness in there and a lot of this weird magic stuff happening, who knows exactly what's going on? You know what I mean? So, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I want to talk about with WandaVision. Again, there'll be a big video coming out. There actually will be several videos previewing different things for WandaVision. And when we get into WandaVision, and I think it's going to be really cool. By the way, y'all know that's next Thursday night? Yeah, so that's literally next Thursday. So next Thursday, I go back to not sleeping ever. You know what I mean? So everybody just chill out. You know what I mean? That's next Thursday. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the same thing we did for the Mandalorian for WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Snyder Cut, all of it. All year long. I just wanted a little rest in the time between the shows. Oh well. So yeah, 2021 is gonna be dope, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun together. In all seriousness, I am very excited for it, and it's gonna be super cool. I'm excited. We'll do that same like 4:15 in the morning, 4 a.m. live stream. I think Godfather's gonna hop on some of those streams. I expect Al to hop on some of those streams. Maybe we'll have rotating other people on those streams. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be really exciting. So next Thursday. Yeah, it's happening fast. Okay. Let's talk about the DC stuff a little bit. You know, look, I'll just be real. I think I was sort of out of my depth yesterday when I was talking about this situation. I didn't have the full context, okay? Do you guys want to, just let me know, yes or no. Do you guys want to watch that Kevin Smith thing together and sort of break it down? What do you guys think? You want to do that? Killjoy says no. Well, you're no fun anyways, Killjoy. So why don't you go be a Killjoy somewhere, you freaking butthole? God damn. All right, let me pull it up. Shout out to Paul, man. Heavy spoilers. What a fun dude. I can't wait to do more content with him. It's just like when, you know what I mean? Like, when am I going to have time to do anything? I don't know.
You know him, didn't you?
I don't know things anymore. Yo, his video was so funny. Dude, Paul's a funny guy. All right, enough jerking Paul off. Let's get into the theater. Come on into the Den of Nerds Theater. And yeah, I'm gonna get it on the screen. Everybody chill out. Yo, give me 2 seconds. I gotta grab my other iced coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Oh my God. What did I do to my headphones? Jeez. Okay. All right, let's watch this. The last part of it is really all I want to watch. It's a great video. Go watch Paul's video. But we're just going to focus on the back half, okay? Well, hang on. Let's listen to Paul's joke at the intro because it's pretty funny.
Ben Affleck for getting Dunkin' Donuts 2 days in a row and still looking like a bowl of shredded wheat. Hashtag Gymspiration. Secondly, we have a lot to talk about in regards to... Firstly, I just want to shout out Ben Affleck for getting Dunkin' Donuts 2 days in a row and still looking like a bowl of shredded wheat. Hashtag Gymspiration.
Hell
Secondly,
yeah.
We have a lot to talk about in regards to the current...
Look at this
Batman
little thing down here. It has view chapters. It has intro.
Because for 2021,
that's so crazy. It's got
more
chapters.
Substantial videos than just here's the headlines and reading out someone else's article. I will be doing that in this video, but it'll be more in the budget of what the original Deadpool movie had, just to simply tweak things. As mentioned earlier, there's also been some scenes filmed on top of what was already part of it, and to me at least it makes zero sense to film these, which set things up for the future, just to mothball it.
Oh, interesting. It has it brought up the chapter. Oh, that's really cool. I want to look at this. This is probably in beta.
And he seemed as bewildered as I am. Let's play the clip. I don't know who I said that when I'm talking to. I'll be the one editing it, but play the clip to myself.
Snyder Cut. DC Films told the Times that is a storytelling cul-de-sac, a street that leads nowhere.
Wait, in other words, told you this?
DC Films told the New York Times that the HBO Max event, the Snyder Cut, is a storytelling cul-de-sac, a street that leads nowhere. In other words, the Snyder Cut is not part of the DC Films blueprint that's been discussed here.
Just out of curiosity, why would you say that? Why would one feel the need to put that out there before this thing even happens? Because what if it, fucking takes the world by storm in March and people are like, we want fucking more and shit. What, they're saying like, no, there won't be more. Because I happen to know that the ending that he's got for the Snyder Cut is very not a cul-de-sac. It takes it to a weird neighborhood, but it's not a cul-de-sac. You can keep fucking going with the story based on what I've heard. From a friend. So
I mean, it's weird also given the fact that most of the actors who are in the mainline DCEU came from that. So you're not going to recast Jason Momoa. You're not going to recast Gal Gadot. There's going to be more Batmen. Who knows? I still am uncertain about Ezra Miller going forward, even though Warner Brothers seems, locked and loaded and ready to go with him. So there's always going to be a strain of the Snyderverse because these are the actors who populated it. But whether or not they're going to give Zack more license to make more Justice League movies, I think is the maybe not.
But again, like, why say that now? Like, I would hedge my bets and wait until March and the tale was told, because that way, if the audience, let the audience decide. Like, if the audience is like, we want fucking more, man, then you don't have to go back on what you said. Like, apparently it's not a cul-de-sac.
The Titans of Trivia.
Hey, what?
Are back.
What the? What? Oh, I guess a little ad revenue coming at Paul.
Okay, so yeah, he seems as lost as I am. Now, full spoilers for...
Yeah, so, okay, let's talk about this. I don't like talking about DC shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, just being real. I don't like talking about this shit because here's the reason. If you've been paying attention at all this year, you will know that I sort of stepped into it with the DC stuff when I talked about the Ben Affleck story, and I kind of was brought into that world and like talked about it and all this stuff. And I thought a lot about this yesterday because the thing with DC, man, is like I think one of the big problems is that they actually never really like ever sort of galvanized an audience or codified like an audience. Never. They never. When Man of Steel came out, there were a lot of people that hated it. There were a lot of people at Warner Brothers that hated it. There are a lot of fans that still hate it. I've got friends that are like super hardcore DC fans. Like, you guys, the internet's so cute. You guys don't understand the freaking venom and blood and friggin' piss that gets thrown around at an actual comic book shop when nerds get heated about shit. Like, it gets ugly in there sometimes. You know what I mean? So, like, I had friends that are like, dude, forget Man of Steel. Superman would never snap necks and cash checks, period. Never. And that one thing, for some people, is equivalent to what they did to Luke Skywalker. This is what's so interesting about this. You have fandom menace people. You've got people over there that are like so upset about Luke Skywalker. And part of it is because Ryan clearly took the tactic of deconstruction with this character. He wanted to deconstruct. Now, Zach is a total deconstructionist. He loves to deconstruct. Now, I'm a big fan of his work and I followed his stuff pretty closely. He likes to deconstruct, but not to destroy. So it's kind of a different form of deconstruction, and I get that. It's like a subtle difference because it's important to Zach that Superman still is heroic. But I think what he's trying to do is, instead of having a like solely mythic like understanding of that, he wants people to, in the postmodern sense, kind of understand the like actual, so to speak, steps that a soul or a being would go through on the journey to becoming mythic, right? But it's the same thing. Like, there are people that were like, nope, donezo. You know what I mean? They were just that hardcore on that, right? So the trouble is, they've actually never had one single large group of DC fans that said, we, as a collective, like this, and we're going to support this, and we're going to go with this, okay? Now, fast forward that problem, which is, look, a lot of fandoms have that problem. The issue with Warner Brothers right now is that they are in such a weird tailspin of like PR stories and craziness and the fans and Zach only, like, it's, the whole situation is so out of control and bizarro that frankly I don't find a lot of enjoyment from like digging into it, from like getting into it, frankly. So, man, it's challenging. But I'll tell you this. I don't think it's even a secret that there's this massive division within DC, and that the studio system and that the trades and that certain people out there are literally playing a game with a certain sect of the fan base, and they are trying to... I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what I really think it is. 100%, keeping it a buck with you. They are terrified of the Snyder Cut people. Terrified of them. As they should be. So, the studio, and a lot of people within the studio, are terrified of the power that the Snyder Cut fandom has. And that if that fandom, like the whole Us United movement, this is so interesting because it really does in a macro sort of tie into a lot of the things that are going on with Star Wars right now as well. But the point is this. That fandom over there, if DC fans were to, lay down their swords amongst each other and look to the studio and to the leadership and to the people that actually control these sort of things, I think there'd be more leverage for the fans to actually get what they want. And frankly, right now, I don't think what's going on is good. There's a lot of Snyder Cut people that are trying to attack Walter Hamada, and that are trying to attack the, like, I guess you could call it Hamada-esque plans for the film slate moving forward. Look, Michael Keaton is absolutely coming back to replace Ben Affleck. I don't understand why. Like, I guess today I understand where some of the pain and confusion comes from people with regards to that fact, but it is still fact. Like, here's the thing. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. In fact, if he does sign a long extended thing to be Batman again, that might screw up what happens over at Marvel. Okay? So, like, always in motion the future is, right? But I think it's ridiculous to be like, hey, I'm not going to support anything that's not Snyder Cut. You know what I mean? I think that's absurd. That's just me. You know what I mean? Frankly. Dude, it's crazy. Like, what? Both sides are acting really ridiculous. Like, I feel like Warner Brothers is doing so much damage because we see you. We know exactly what you're doing. Like, especially with the Ray Fisher stuff. And look, I'm not even like gung-ho team Ray Fisher. I want the truth to come out. I just want like people to know what happened and let's keep it moving. Okay? But even with that situation, Warner Brothers has managed to mishandle that situation in such a way that it becomes ammunition for both sides. It's only furthering the wedge. You know what I mean? Like, it's bizarre. It is frankly bizarro world over there. Like, I don't know what to make of it. You know what I mean? And then, like, you've got people like Roe in here saying the Snyder Cut is just the same movie, which I totally disagree with. But again, how can you blame people like Roe for thinking that when Warner Brothers does such a good job of clearing all of this up? Holy shit. How did these companies get this far behind the ball when it comes to social media? How did this happen? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I do not understand it. All right, last thing before we get into Q&A. I want to talk about the High Republic a little bit, okay? Let me know in chat. You guys read any High Republic? Y'all read any of that Light of the Jedi? Anything like that? Cool. Cool. All right. No spoilers. No spoilers. And I'll give you sort of my thoughts on it. And also, if there's other High Republic stuff I should check out, let me know. I wanna keep going. I wanna check it out. I wanna give it a fair shake. However, I have to be completely honest about Light of the Jedi. There's a lot of people really hyped on Light of the Jedi, and I'll tell you, the beginning of the book is incredible. The beginning of Light of the Jedi is incredible. However, I really don't feel like it holds through strong, and where I'm at right now is a major lull. So we'll see. I want to finish it. Yep, I want to finish it. But it's good, but not great. And my honest opinion on this, and this is going to sound a little harsh, but my honest opinion on it is that Charles Soule overrode it a little bit. This happens a lot. He was very excited for this project. He overrode it a little bit. Like, there's just too much prose in some of it. Like, you don't need all that. Like, just tell the story. Let it flow. What is happening? You know what I mean? Less is more sort of thing, you know? There's some parts at the back half where I'm like, the rhythm of the prose is like this, but the rhythm of the scene should be like... And I'm just like, ugh, like it doesn't... No, not doing it for me. Not doing it for me. So, we'll see. You know, I'm still excited. I want to check out the other stuff. I'm sure Claudia's stuff in the High Republic is, you know, sorry, but I just do. I think it's probably much better. I like her prose a lot. She is fantastic. She's a fantastic writer. So I'm very much looking forward to that. As far as the setting and stuff in the High Republic, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. I gotta be honest. I don't know how to feel. It's cool. But, like, I need to see more before I make a final judgment, but I'm like, I was much more excited about the book. I feel bad because I had a convo with Al yesterday, and I was like, I was so hyped about the book. I was like, dude, this book's incredible. I was like, you gotta do it. You gotta. And now I'm a little bit more like, we'll see. We'll see. No, the audiobook is not full cast, no. Okay, let's get into some Q&A. I will go over the super chats. If you've got a little loot and you want to throw some support to the channel, we'll go over every single super chat that comes in. If you don't have any loot, do not worry about it. Throw in a regular chat. I'll try to catch some of those chats as well. And it would be great if YouTube loaded up the super chats. Wouldn't that be great? Come on, YouTube. You can do it. We'll give it a second. It's only like a, quadrillion-dollar company with like, an incredible amount of resources and stuff. So sometimes you just got, oh, here we go. Mason. Oh, yeah. You were talking about the leaks. Let me look. I'll take a peek at the Discord. This is the ping I mentioned. I hope we can see this ping before I already use them. Where's the Reddit post, though? Like, I need to see what the post is, bro. I don't see the post, so sorry. Okay. Saladini says, I'm just waiting for the 3PO hallway scene. Yeah, we touched on that earlier, but that would be dope, dude. Dan Larkin says, I'm 10 minutes behind live broadcast. I'm new here. Finally caught you live. Love the channel. You're doing great work. Grace has a good Batman vid, by the way. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. And thank you very much, Dan. All respectful nerds are welcome on our channel. If you're respectful, you're welcome here. If you're not respectful, I'll chastise you, I'll shame you, and then I'll block you. Jay Brown with the $2 holler says, choice of drink at Dunkin'? Cold brew iced coffee black. 2 of them, large, back to back. Habada. Sam Shields with a $5 holla says, the fact that Favreau and Filoni dropped Luke without anyone knowing. I'm excited to see what Marvel surprises await us in all the shows coming up. Yeah, well, okay. Since the Mandalorian Season 2 formula is based upon Marvel, and Feige likely helped them literally reverse engineer how to build a hype throughout an 8-week period of little teases and things like that. Yeah, it's obvious that comes from Kevin, and that if you don't think that's going to happen in Marvel, you're crazy. I mean, every week there will be a crazy thing that we are talking about by design. And we will do our part, and we will talk at great length about these cool things. So absolutely, Sam, get ready. Andrew says, do you think MODOK or Ultron will be in Armor Wars? Maybe both. Maybe both. I'm really interested. I'll go a little bit more on this just for a second. I'm really interested in MODOK, but more so I'm interested in like if they bring the leader back, if they have the intelligentsia, because the intelligentsia leads to the Red Hulk and some other really cool things. So I'm actually like kind of like, is that where the juice is? You know what I mean? And if they do that in Armor War, I'm all for it. Vault Spy with the $2 holla says, can't wait for the watch party. Well, just so you know, and I'm not trying to, whatever, but the watch parties are only for members. We do our watch parties privately. And then we do a live stream right after that. That's like a spoiler reaction, and that's for everybody. Webhead with the $10 holla says, love the live streams. Keep up the great work. I think the villain in WandaVision is definitely Nightmare, but the villain in Doctor Strange 2 will be Shuma Gorath and Baron Mordo. Holy hell. First of all, let's talk about Shuma first. That would be incredible, dude. Come on. Shuma's so cool, dude. Little like Cthulhu type thing going on in Marvel. That shit's dope. And with Baron Mordo, I think Mordo's going to have to work with Strange. With him, not against him. Which will be very interesting indeed. I also think Baron Mordo will show up in Shang-Chi. Yeah, I said it. I think Baron Mordo is going to show up in Shang-Chi. I don't know for sure, though. As far as the first part of your you said you think it's definitely Nightmare. I don't know, man. I keep going back and forth. Nightmare makes sense. Mephisto makes sense. Probably Nightmare, though. Yeah. Probably Nightmare. Yeah. Thanks for the love, man. Appreciate you. Chris says, in which piece of content this year will we first hear the M word uttered in the MCU? I think it's WandaVision. I think it's absolutely WandaVision. Immediately. Mutants. Immediately. Let me say that again. Mutants. Immediately. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah, they'll be in Black Widow and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mutants everywhere. You get a mutant. You get a mutant. This is Feige with the mutants in the MCU. This show gets a mutant. You get a mutant. That movie gets a mutant. You get a mutant. Mutants here. Mutants there. Here's a mutant. There's a mutant. Yeah, mutants everywhere. Kevin says, so being a Snyder guy myself, I feel like you want to get rid of his tone and characters and character base. You need to recast everyone and start fresh. I think that's totally fair, Kevin. So this is actually, it's really interesting. This is, again, part of the problem. And it's a unique problem to this situation. It's so weird. Because they tried to have their cake and eat it too. And now they are in this position. DC. Because you're right. If you're not going to move on with the Snyderverse, you probably need a clean start. They're going to try to flashpoint and have the best of both worlds, which is why people are so upset about this Keaton thing. Because yes, he is absolutely going to replace Ben Affleck Batman. If you don't understand what's going on with there, please hit me up. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'll try to explain it best I can. You got something for me that you want to make me think the other way? Show me something, man. Show me something, because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Michael Keaton is clearly the big play for DC. If Affleck continues as Batman, which I desperately want to happen, it will likely be in Snyder Universe over on HBO Max. And by the way, we also need to stop giving a shit about this whole streaming versus theater thing. Dude, theaters, all that stuff, movie, stop it. Get over it. It's over. It doesn't matter. You know? But you're right. That is DC's fault. They put the fans in this position. They did put the fans in this position because they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? Mason says, Josh, if you don't read those leaks, STG, I don't know what that means, bro. Dude, I don't know what the leaks are. And besides, Mason, we're doing a whole video on WandaVision later today, my friend. Perhaps I will have read the leaks by then. Yes? Dan the Man, I heard RDJ is playing Thrawn. Yeah, it's not true. Is it weird that I'm with it? No, it's not weird. I actually think RDJ would be great as Thrawn. Dude, I'd love him as Thrawn. But it's not true. The Matt Cave with the 999 says, the more recent Thrawn trilogy novels were some of the best I have read in a long time. Currently reading Ready Player 2. Yeah, I mean, Timothy Zahn is incredible. Look, Charles Soule is a great writer. He's just not a trade novelist. You know what I mean? He's a great writer and a great storyteller, and I think he could write a great novel. It's not like I'm saying he could definitely write a great novel. I just get the feeling that this is not it. That's all. I haven't even finished the book. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll get to the end and it's incredible. But yeah, the Thrawn trilogy is great, man. Zahn is masterful. You know what I mean? Very much masterful. Let's see here. The Lomback says, what if we get Michael Keaton as old man Bruce Wayne, which then sets up for Terry from Batman Beyond? Yeah, so that is more or less the plan. but I believe that instead of it just being confined to the relationship between Terry and Bruce will be training Barbara, maybe other Robins, other Bat family. They will set Keaton up as sort of a Nick Fury, and he will have a whole bunch of people under him. That's what I think. Do you think it could be Nightmare working for Mephisto? Ooh, girl. That would be really cool, dude. That'd be very Cabal-esque as well, right? Sort of like Loki Thanos deal. Oh, snap. That would be interesting. Teasing Mephisto as a later big bad. I like that. Steven, I like that. Let me tell you right now. I like that. I don't know if they'll do it, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, it's cool. Appreciate the love, man. Man, Nightmare and Mephisto. Whew. That's tough. Frazier says, do you watch the Arrowverse? I used to. I very much enjoyed the Arrowverse right around the time of like season 2 of Legends is when I started to fall off. And I still think all the shows are great, but like they're very floaty and very, I don't know. I felt like the stakes kind of, yeah, there's some problems there. Mike says, what's your opinion of Jedi thus far in Light of the Jedi? What about the connection to the sequel trilogy and falling off tall things? Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there, man, but there's one thing that just happened in the book that I read that I really didn't like. It's very Wonder Woman 1984-esque, and I was just like, really? Really? Okay. So my opinion of Jedi in the Light of the Jedi thus far is that I don't really care about any of them. I like Ludstone. That dude's cool. He's like a big Twi'lek, I believe. He's cool. And then other than that, I have no attachment to these Jedi. You know what I mean? And nothing that's the thing about the book that I don't understand is it's not intimate. It's sprawling. Why is it sprawling if I'm supposed to intimately, learn about and understand and fall in love with these new Jedi? So, keep up the great work, brother, says Josh I think it would be dope to see Michael Jai as an alternate universe war machine. Yo, PAS, take my money. Dude, that would be great. You know what I'd love to see is Terrence Howard. And you know what I'd really love to see is Dark Side Terrence Howard, dude. Like, let Terrence Howard go hard, dude. Because he's done it before. He's played some crazy villains in the past. You know? Dude, that would be dope. Now, Michael Jai, of course. Be crazy. Dude's very talented. I wonder if there is a spot for him in the MCU, to be honest with you, right? Because he's cool. You know, I would definitely not mind him joining the fam. I don't know, man. As alternate war machine? Maybe, bro. Mason says, what if radiation from the Mind Stone set off hidden M genes in Wanda and Pietro? Then, during the snap, the radiation from the stone set it off in everybody. Mason, that is very viable. I've heard this theory. A lot of people talked about this theory. Kinda Culty has talked a lot about this theory. A lot of people buy into that. I do believe that the energy of the stones, which is really the energy of the universe, will play a role in accelerating the mutation of Wanda and Pietro. Yes. Glenn Peters with the $5 holla says, finally made a live stream. I always watch later on. Much love to you, man. I love your content and will become a Nerdvenger member. So excited. Hey, thank you so much, Glenn. Welcome to the fam. Whenever you can be a member, it does help us out quite a bit. If you cannot be a member, there are all sorts of other ways you can help us out. And you don't need to help us out at all if you don't want to. You can just chill. You don't have to watch. It's all love, baby. But we do try to do good work over here, so we do appreciate the feedback, man. Thank you so much. Never lose your nerd with a $5 holla says. Probably will be Mephisto in WandaVision, but what about Shadow King? Oh, man. Or save him for X-Men. Yeah. Dude. Shadow King. So Legion's real cool. Legion's real cool. If you've ever seen that show or you're interested in some good Marvel content, check that show out. Shadow King would be great. I'd love it if they got that same guy too to play him. I think he's a fantastic freak. Fantastic freak. God, that show's great. Yeah, it'll probably be Mephisto. Never lose your nerd. Appreciate the love, man. 6 Days of Chaos. What about the WandaVision backstory coming out this week? WandaVision kind of starts this Friday. Are you talking about the comic? Yeah, there'll be a little juice there, I'm sure. There'll be a little juice that we can maybe squeeze out of that comic. We'll see. We shall see. Glenn Peters again says, where can I find the new High Republic content? It's just a Google search away, my friend. I know there's a few books, there's a few comics. A lot of this stuff is coming out now and all that. So I got mine on Audible. I pre-ordered it a long time ago. All right, I'm looking at the chat. My eyeballs are on the chat. Let us talk. What are you thinking? Josh, the John Campea show, YouTube fact-checked the whole Batman fiasco. The interviewer made a new tweet that clarified Keaton is only appearing in The Flash so far, not as a set of films. Thoughts? I'm still confused. Yeah. The whole thing is, like, weird, right? Basically what happened was this guy had a report, and then he left for the day, and his report was just picked apart and used as ammunition in some weird Twitter war. And then he came back and was like, I didn't mean all this. But who knows what he meant? What he really meant was, I didn't want this to happen. You know what I mean? So. Let me see here. These leaks. Yeah, so there's a lot here. And yeah, these appear to be real to me. So I don't understand. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, read through all the leaks? I don't get it, bro. What I do not understand. What do you want from me? Yeah. Warner Brothers, I hear, is consider bringing Steve Trevor back again via Flashpoint, where the Flash saves the planes exploded. Jesus Christ. Did she really say that? This is the thing. There's so much going on. Like, it's so ridiculous. I don't know what to believe. Have you read the Ahsoka novel? I have, but it's been a long time. Will you be watching Marvel Legends? What's that? Is that like the animated, John? Maybe. Godfather says 2 episodes on January 15th. Yep. Let's get a solo Steve Trevor movie at this point. Did you like Cobra Kai season 3? Dude, Cobra Kai season 3 is great. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, Cobra Kai's dope. Liked it a lot. Does the High Republic have any SJW in it? I mean, maybe. You know, there's probably like some of that in there, but honestly, that's not really the problem with the book for me. You know what I mean? Like, none of that is the issue. The issue is like just the content and the I don't know. I have to get through more of it, but my feeling on it so far is like Charles just overrode it. He just overrode it. That's all. Why didn't we get a watch party for Cobra Kai? That would have been dope, because I just wanted to watch Cobra Kai by myself. You know, when you do what I do, a lot of the things that you like become your job, and that's cool. It's beautiful. But some of your life, you just want to be fun. You know what I mean? So everything that I like doesn't have to be content for the channel. You know what I mean? I can go chill. Stephen J says Marvel Legends will be like a pre-show / catch-up series on MCU characters. Starts this Friday. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. I saw on Nerd Theory Replay, somebody said, take my money, and you thought it was me. It made my day. Yeah, man, I did. I keep ignoring the Legends show, and it sets all of it up. Well, I mean, if that's honestly true, then Marvel has done a horrible job of explaining why Legends is so important. Wouldn't it be better if the High Republic was a game? For me personally, I would do that. I think there could be a High Republic game. The world's cool. There's cool stuff in there. It's just the book itself. I'm sorry. Like, there's this huge lull, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to fucking pretend I like this book. If I don't like this book, I don't like this book. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's not incredible prose. I don't know what you want me to say. It's cool. It's aight. Relax, it's a long book. Okay, well, that's good, because I actually didn't think it was a long book. I thought it was a short book, and I was actually getting pissed. I was like, dude, this is garbage, to be honest. About 70 pages of dull after 100 of action. Sure, but the action is not necessarily the type of action that I'm into. The action was cool, and there's some very, very well described insanity that happens. And yeah, I love the first part of the book. But then from there, it's like, okay. I did hear the book picks back up in the later half and comes together at the end. Cool. But where am I at in the book? I gotta see. Let me see. I don't even know where my phone is at. But I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty far into it. Yeah, I don't think the book's that long, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. Josh, are you married? Nope. Yeah, what else is going on? What else is on your mind, ladies and gentlemen? Feel free to ask any questions that your heart desires. Oh, yeah. So Norin Rad says, is it possible that Norin Rad comes in because of Mephisto's connection to Silver Surfer? I highly doubt that, brother. Will I win the lottery if you play enough? Have you heard any rumors of the new Star Wars game? A little bit, nothing substantial. Can I discuss the China element of Mephisto? Sure. So in Chinese culture, and apparently this is just kind of a social thing, they don't really like the supernatural in that sense. I'm not exactly even sure why. I just know that culturally they really don't like that. So like anything with ghosts or anything with like a spirit or anything with like a demon, right? Because Mephisto is like a demon, and yeah, all that kind of stuff is not. They don't like it over there for whatever reason. But yeah, I just don't care about that at all. And I think that if we want to tell cool spirit stories, like how are you about to tell Blade? Like riddle me this one, Feige. You know, and I love to play nice, but riddle me this one. How are you going to do a vampire movie starring a black man and make that fly over in China. I think maybe we should not care so much about what flies over in China. You know what I mean? Just being real. I don't care. I don't think we should. Josh, what is your fan cast for? I can't. I'm so bad with fan casting, brother. I'm not going to do it. Joel says, hey, Josh, love the show. What is your most anticipated Marvel show? Falcon and Winter Soldier. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right, we're going to probably call it in a little bit here, guys, but I'll answer a couple more questions. Moon Knight for me. Moon Knight's going to be dope. What do you think of the High Republic anime? I don't know anything about it. You need to read... What? No Luke game coming? Not that I'm aware of. Josh, if Flashpoint busts, what will happen to the DCEU? Oh, man. Let's not talk about that. What do you think of the rumor of Eli Bradley being cast in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I think it's 100% real. We've also talked about that a lot. I think that Charles reported that kid was cast like 9 months ago or something. So, yeah. He's the one for sure. What is Visions about? I really don't know. The Rebel Scum says, I really hope DC gets their shit together. Me too. China and the woke audience are unicorns the studios are chasing, but the price they pay to meet the demands is very high. Do you agree or disagree? Sort of. I wouldn't necessarily characterize it that way. I think a lot of the venom and a lot of the fanfare and all the shit that gets motherfuckers riled up is bullshit. It's not real. Okay? So, number one, what everybody's getting triggered by and everybody's getting so up in arms about is so not reflective of reality, in my opinion. I think these companies are just doing what these companies have always done, and that is chasing trends and trying to create content that connects with a number of different people. I think the difference in the last 5 to 10 years is that social media companies have been selling division and then selling access to galvanized audiences to brands and content creators. So how are the content creators or the brands or the businesses supposed to have a fan base that is anything but divided when all of the vectors by which fans communicate about these things on the internet are not only contentious, but literally designed to be contentious, right? So the China thing, the SJW thing, the woke thing, all of it, dust, smoke and mirrors. Definitely not as real as people think it is. However, what is real and what is important and what we need to be vigilant about and what I wish more people actually like the boy that cried wolf thing that happens from anti-SJWs is ridiculous, and it does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage because what I wish we could do is come together and sort of reasonably filter through these things. Because the big thing that is a problem is the fact that the companies don't understand their own actual audience. They're just reading the tea leaves wrong. That's really all that's happening, but that manifests itself in all sorts of crazy ways. You know what I mean? So, that's what I think. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I get real in the weeds with things. Josh, you have a favorite character from the High Republic book? That Ludstone guy or whatever. He's pretty cool. That's about it. Gotta go, my dude, but I can't wait to see the live stream tonight. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Do you watch Vikings? I have watched Vikings. Vikings pretty cool. When is the stream happening? I got to be honest, Neil. I'm not even 100% sure. I think it's like 7:30 or 8:30. I'll have to double check. Josh, your haircut is the same as my brother. Cool. Calling out Drunk 3PO on Carano. You'll just have to wait and see, won't you? I think it's going to be fun. Look, I don't know what to expect. I mean, it'll probably be fine and go, smoothly. But if it doesn't, I'm all for that as well. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm excited. I plan on drinking a ton of caffeine, shooting straight steroids into both of my eyeballs. I'll probably have like knives and different things laid out on my desk just to reach for if I feel the need. Yeah, so it'll be cool. Do you think we'll see Franklin Richards in Fantastic Four, or will they build him up and have him be an integral part of the MCU versus Avengers movie? That's interesting. I don't know. Franklin Richards is a very challenging character because he's so strong. That's a tough one, man. I mean, look, they're about to go crazy. You want my honest opinion? Chill on that. Chill on that shit. Because Franklin, you're already doing the most with the multiverse stuff. It's going to be so crazy. It's going to be so freaking ridiculous. The last thing you need to do is throw Franklin in there. People are just going to be like, what? The hell? What are you talking about? Wait, what? So that kid just made a whole universe and shit? Like, no, we can't. No, let's just chill for a second. Never Lose Your Nerd says, I hate 3PO. R2-D2 needs a hallway scene. R2-D2 kind of got a lot more shine, though. You know what I mean? Like, R2 got a lot more shine in all the movies, I feel. Right? All right, guys. I think we're going to call it there. Any word on Beta Ray Bill? Who's playing him? No, I have no word on that. No word on that. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll do a WandaVision. I think we're going to drop a WandaVision video later today. We'll do a recap of the stream. I also have a Filoni-verse preview video that I'm trying to get out there as well. But I also need to prepare for the stream tonight. I'm trying to do something really cool for the stream tonight, but it might not happen. So I might just do nothing and just, sit there and be like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. We'll see. So, yeah, it'll be a busy day. And I'll see you guys later tonight. Remember, blue butterflies. Blue butterflies. All right, everybody. Gonna call it there. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.